Hello and welcome to class 536, translation booklet, list 30, page 194. Page 194. ¿Cuánto hubo ayer? ¿Cómo que cuánto hubo? Yeah, ¿cuánto había? How much was there yesterday? How much was there yesterday? ¿Cuánta leche había en la nevera? How much was there yesterday? Mucho más de lo que hay hoy. Much more than there is today. How much was there yesterday? Well, yesterday? Well, yesterday there was much more than there is today. Than there is. Than there. Than there is. There was, well, yesterday, much more than there was today. Than there is today, perdona. Yes. ¿Cuánto hubo ayer? How much was there yesterday? Mucho más de lo que hay hoy. Much more than there is today. No lograron cumplir el plazo. They failed to meet the deadline. Yes, they failed. Claro, fallaron, fracasaron en cumplir el deadline. To meet is conocer por vez primera. It's a pleasure to meet you. Glad to meet you, nice to meet you, pleased to meet you. To meet also is quedar. ¿Dónde quedamos? Vamos a quedar en el bar de la esquina. Let's meet in the corner bar. Let's meet in the corner bar. Let's meet. Meet also is reunirse para algo. Simplemente no quedar, no una quedada. We'll meet tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the meeting room. But to meet my goals, my objectives, to meet your objectives, to meet, in this case, the deadline, cumplir con el plazo, estipulado, la fecha tope, is to meet the deadline. Ahora, no lograron, they didn't manage to meet the deadline, or they failed. To fail, fail escrito, fail means fracasar. Yes, to fail. Pero fail también es fallar, una cosa falla. That microphone, the movement failed, all right, or the engine failed. Fail safe, a prueba de fallos, fail safe, fail safe. But to fail also is no lograr. No logré convencerle. Intenté convencerle, pero no logré convencerle. I failed to convince him, which means I didn't manage to convince him. I failed to do it. I failed to reach my destination yesterday. I was planning to drive to Bilbao, and I didn't reach Bilbao. I stopped in Burgos. I failed to reach my destination. No lograron cumplir el plazo. They failed to meet the deadline. Deadline, muerta línea, deadline, fin de plazo. All right, ¿dónde puedo comprar un periódico? Where can I buy a newspaper? Where can you? Where can I buy a newspaper? ¿Dónde puedo cortarme el pelo? Where can I get a haircut? Where can I get a haircut? So, ¿dónde puedo conseguir un corte de pelo? Literalmente, where can I get a haircut? Así se dice, okay. Where can I get a haircut? Where can I buy a newspaper? Es tan fácil que incluso un niño pequeño lo puede hacer. It's so easy that even a little child, a small child, can do it. Or a little child, aquí dice small. Little. A little boy or a little girl, a small child. It's so easy that even a small child can do it. What? Learn English. I mean, I spoke English very well when I was only 5 years old. Yes, Richard, you could speak English well when you were 5 years old. Yeah. So what's your problem? I mean, if I can do it when I'm 5 years old, now that you're 35, surely you can do it. But there's a difference, Richard. Oh, what's the difference? When you were 5, you didn't have a wife or a husband or children. You didn't have a boss. You didn't have a mortgage to pay for your house. You didn't have any distractions. And from the time you were born until you reached the age of 5, you received 20,000 hours of inputs, of contact with English. So by the time you turned 5, you had 20,000 hours of class with no other distractions, with no bosses or mortgages or spouses or children to deal with. You didn't have to deal with any distractions. You didn't have to deal with problems. You were only 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, and so you were simply a sponge. A what? A sponge. A sponge. Ah, una esponja. Bob Esponja. Yeah, SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob. She's laughing, SpongeBob. SpongeBob. When I said Bob Esponja, ¿por qué no Roberto Esponja? Why don't you translate it, you know? SpongeBob. All right. And so, children are a sponge. Inadvertently, unconsciously, they are absorbing language in the mother tongue, la lengua madre, la lengua materna, the mother tongue. So, es tan fácil. It's so easy that even a small child can learn it, can do it. All right. A lo mejor, pero no parece fácil. Maybe so. But, maybe. El so es opcional. A lo mejor es así. Maybe so. O a lo mejor, tal vez. Pero no parece fácil. Maybe so. Come on. It's so easy that even a little child can do it. Come on. What's the problem? Maybe, but it doesn't look easy. It doesn't look easy. It doesn't look easy. All right. Lo haré si... I can't read because of these lights. Lo haré yo. Lo haré si lo haces tú también. I'll do it if you do it too. I'll do it if you do it too. If you don't do it, I won't do it either. I'll do it if you do it too. That means both of us. If both of us do it, no problem. Otherwise, neither you nor I will do it. Because if you don't do it, I won't do it either. If you don't do it, I won't do it either. If you don't do it, I won't either. It'll do it. Es redundante. I won't either. If you don't do it, I won't either. Now, if you do it, I will too. I will too. Se entiende, do it. If you do it, I'll do it as well. If you do it, I'll do it too. All right? But I'll do it if you do it too. I'll do it if you do it too. I won't do it unless you do it. Estoy con la mecánica de diferentes opciones, es decir, lo mismo. A no ser que lo hagas tú, no lo haré. I won't do it unless you do it. No lo haré a no ser que lo hagas tú. I won't do it unless you do it. If you do it, no problem. I'll do it too. All right. I'll do it if you do it too, my friend. ¿Dónde puedo conseguir papel así? Hey, ¿dónde puedo conseguir papel así? Where can I get? Where can I get paper like that? Where can I get a haircut? Where can I get a newspaper? Where can I get paper like that? Oh, cool, man. Where did you get that paper? Wow. Where can I get paper like this? Rectangular paper. Where can I get paper? Oh, this is a bookmarker. Hey, Richard, this is a cheap bookmarker. Come on. Surely you can find a more elegant, more attractive bookmarker than simply a piece of paper. Well, I'm trying to save money. Marta and I are trying to ahorrar dinero, no? So, this serves as a perfect bookmarker. I don't need a sophisticated or a beautiful or attractive, elegant bookmarker. This is not enough, right? Yeah, she agrees with me. We agree with each other. And so where can I get paper like this? Where can I get paper like that? Where can I be? No tengo ni idea. I have no idea. Frase hecha. Learn this word. Learn this expression, please. 2 expressions. I have no idea and I have no choice. I have no choice and no tengo elección. Tengo que hacerlo. No tengo más remedio. I have no choice. I have no choice. Y luego no tengo ni idea. ¿Cuántas veces se dice en España cada día? Ni idea. En inglés, lo mismo, todos los días. I have no idea. Pero hay que poner I have. No puedes entrar con no idea. No. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. I haven't got a clue. No tengo ni una pista o indicio. I haven't got a clue. I have no idea. I have no idea. No tengo ni idea. I have no idea. Debe de ser fácil trabajar con él. It must be easy to work with him. Who? With the new boss. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Yeah? It must be easy. Vista la situación, mi conclusión es debe de ser fácil trabajar con él. Parece muy agradable. He seems very, very pleasant. It must be easy to work with him. Yeah, usually. But if you get on his bad side, if you get on his bad side, te sube al su lado malo. If you get on his bad side means, if you do something that's negative, and he doesn't like you, but debe ser fácil. It must be easy to work with him. No es tan fácil como crees. It's not as easy as you think. It's not as easy as you think. It's not as easy as you think. Es más fácil que trabajar con ella, que sí. It's easier than working with her, right? It must be easy to work. It must be easy to work with him. It's not as easy as you think. Well, it must be easier. It's easier, simplemente. It's easier than working. Es más fácil que trabajar con ella. It's easier than working with her. She's a difficult woman. She's a difficult person. Nada es tan difícil como eso. Nothing is as difficult as that. Nothing is as difficult as that. All right. It must be easy to work with him. Debe de ser fácil. O sea, saco una conclusión lógica por mi percepción. Debe ser fácil trabajar con él. ¿A que sí, Marta? ¿No es así? It must be easy. It must be easy to work with him. It's not as easy as you think. Tanto no. It's not as easy as you think. Bueno, es más fácil que trabajar con ella. It's easier. It's easier than working. It's easier than working with her. Nada es más difícil que eso. Nothing is as difficult as that. Or more difficult. Aquí nada es tan difícil como eso. Nothing is as difficult as that. Estoy de acuerdo. I agree. I agree. Sácalo del bolsillo de mi camisa. Take it out of my shirt pocket. I don't have a shirt pocket. But let's imagine I have a shirt pocket. You know? All right? Let's imagine I have a shirt pocket. Okay, this is the pen, but it's in my... Imagine it's not here. Imagine it's here in my shirt pocket. And imagine that my hands are tied. I'm a prisoner, and my hands are tied behind my... Imagine that my hands are tied behind my back. And you say, and the jailer, el carcelero, dice, I need a pen. You know, the jailer wants to write something, but he doesn't have a pen. And he says, I need a pen. I said, well, I have one. Yeah, where? Well, take it out of my shirt pocket. Take it out of my shirt pocket. Take it out of my shirt pocket. And then the jailer's smoking. And the jailer says, well, I need to quit smoking. Well, I can't stop. I can't stop smoking. I need to kick this habit. And I say, I have a good solution. Call the king an idiot. And you'll have your hands tied like me. And then you can't smoke. All right. I'm taking it out of my shirt pocket. All right. Take it out of your shirt pocket. ¿Dónde estoy? ¿Qué ibas a decir? What were you going to say? 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 What were you going to... What were you going... ¿Qué ibas a decir? Ibas a decir algo, aquí sí. ¿Qué ibas a decir? What were you going to say? 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 What were you going to... Los nativos, claro. You don't say it. You say, what were you going to say? But you need to understand, what were you going to say? What were you going to say? What were you going to say? ¿Ibas a decir algo? Were you going to say something? Were you going to say something? Were you going to say something? You know? Well, I thought you were going to say something. Yo creía que ibas a decir algo. I thought you were going to... creía que ibas a decirme algo. Se cambia a tel cuando hay complemento indirecto. I thought you were going to tell me something. I thought you were going to tell me something. ¿A dónde ibas cuando te pararon? ¿A dónde ibas? Where were you going when they stopped you? Where were you going when they stopped you? Stopped you? Stopped you? Stopped you? Where were you going when they stopped you? Stop you. Stopped you. Where were you going? ¿A dónde ibas cuando te pararon? Where were you going when they stopped you? ¿Cuál fue tu impresión de él? What was your impression of him? Yeah. Perhaps in Spanish you say it a different way. ¿Qué impresión sacaste? What was your impression of him? What was your impression? What was your first impression of him? Pues era más alto de lo que yo esperaba. He was taller than I expected. He was taller than I expected. Really? Well, it's Pau Gasol. Of course he's taller than you expect. Well, I expected him to be tall, but he was taller. And then I introduced him to Marta. El punto de la I. You know, and so I said, Marta, this is Pau, my friend, Mr. Gasol. Hola. Corazón de melón. All right. Okay. It would be something different. Corazón de no sé qué. All right. But in any case, so she had a problem with her neck after I introduced her to Pau Gasol. All right. ¿Cuál fue tu impresión de él? What was your impression of him? What impression did he make on you? To have an impression of somebody means that person makes an impression on you. He made a good impression on me. Or he made a good impression. El on mi sobre, si quieres. He made a good impression on me. I have a good impression of him. Yes. Era más alto de lo que yo esperaba. He was taller than I expected. Él es mucho más alto que tú. He's much taller than you. Or he's much taller than you are. Yes. He's much taller than I am? Yes, he's much taller. Who? Pau Gasol? Yeah. He's much taller than I am. He's much taller than me. He's a lot taller than me. He's a lot taller than I am. Es bastante más joven también. Pau Gasol? Yeah, he's quite a bit younger too. That's true. How old is Pau now? 42? Yeah, he's quite a bit younger than I am. Yeah, he's quite a bit younger. Quite a lot younger. Quite a bit younger. Quite a bit younger. Claro, bastante más, bastante menos. Es bastante más rico que yo también. He's quite a bit richer. Cuando usas bastante delante de comparativos, siempre es quite a bit. Se admite quite a lot. A lot, pero se usa más quite a bit. Yeah. Ese micrófono es bastante más grande que este. That microphone is quite a bit bigger than this one. El inglés es bastante más importante que el turco. Inglés como idioma. English is quite a bit more important than Turkish. México es bastante más grande que España en población. Mexico is quite a bit bigger than Spain in population. In Spain, there are 47 million people. And in Mexico, I think about 115 million or maybe 120 million. Quite a bit. O sea, él es mucho más alto que tú. He's much taller than you are. Es bastante más joven también. He's quite a bit younger too. Parece más joven de lo que es. He looks younger than he is. Really? Yeah. People say I look younger than I am. Do I look younger than I am? I'm 94 years old. Tengo 94 años. Do I look younger than I am? Yeah, Marta's saying, yeah. I look younger. I don't look 94, right? Yeah? Well, you see, God told me that I will. God told me. He said, Richard, How long have you been teaching Spanish people English? I said, since the 13th century. Wow, it's a long time. And they still don't speak English well. Well, what do you suggest, God? Well, I suggest that you continue. They need you because you're the best teacher. Okay, but I'm going to die someday. I'll take care of that. Don't worry. Oh yeah, God? Yeah, I'll take care of you, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure, you're going to die someday, but I'll take care of that. What do you mean, God? He said, well, you continue teaching. And finally he told me, he said, look, as long as you continue teaching, you will continue to look younger than you really are. Yeah, but now I'm 94, and people say I look 64. Yeah. And when I'm 194, well, when you're 194, I promise you, God said, he said, when you reach 194, because it's going to take 1,000 years to finish your job with the Spanish people and their English. When you reach the age of 194, I promise you, you will not look a day older than 120. Wow. So when I'm 194, I will look more or less 120 years old. That's right. That's not a very strong consolation, but in any case, it's better than nothing. So, pareces más joven de lo que, él parece más joven de lo que es. He looks younger than he is. Or, he looks younger than he really is. Well, how old is he? Who? Johnny. He's 77. Johnny's 77. He doesn't look a day older than 57. What's his secret? His secret is he doesn't worry about anything. He's happy. He never worries about anything. All right. Vocabulary. List number 30. ¿Dónde estoy? Estoy en the list 20. Esto dice, no, list 21, excuse me. Vocabulary, list number 21, page 107. Are you ready? Aceptación, acceptance. Acceptance. Un discurso de aceptación, an acceptance speech, is a speech you give when you accept a gift. For example, in 2015, I was awarded el embajador de turismo rural en una comunidad autónoma en España. And I was given it to me. It was a beautiful ceramic object. And I gave an acceptance speech. I asked the president of the community, ¿puedo decir algo? He said, por supuesto. He's a bit crazy, but so I gave a talk. I got to an acceptance speech thanking the people in the region for giving me that award. It's a strange award, eh? Embajador de Turismo Rural soy de una comunidad autónoma en España. And it's interesting. It's very beautiful, a piece of... Have you seen it in my office, Marta? You've never seen it? All right. Now we're moving here to a different part of our office. And it's in the other... If you remind me, I'll show it to you. All right. Now I'll tell you who the president was who gave it to me. All right. So aceptación es acceptance. Difícil de pronunciar, ¿eh? Para hispanohablantes. Acceptance. Contable, accountant. I'm not an accountant, but I respect accountants. I like accounting. Me gusta la contabilidad, me gusta mucho. I like accounting, but I'm not an accountant. Extrovertido. Aquí dicen extravertido. And they say it's the correct way. Well, in English it's extro. I understand extra. I understand that it's the correct way. Extroverted, outgoing. An extroverted person. I'm not an extroverted person. I'm an introverted person. However, in my public life, I assume the role of an extroverted person. Well, outgoing person. Me gusta más la palabra outgoing. Introverted, extroverted is more psychological. Outgoing is just, yeah, expansive, an expansive person. Bandera, flag. Antonio Banderas is Tony Flags. Flag. The American flag, the Spanish flag, roja igualda, the Spanish flag, the American flag. Fracción, fraction. Yes, soy una fracción de lo que fui como profesor hace años. I'm a fraction of what I was. Y las fracciones, fractions, dos quintas partes, 2/5, 1/3. 1/3 is the same as 33.3%. That's a fraction and a percentage. Fractions and percentages. 9/10 is the same as 90%. It's a fraction, 9/10, and a percentage. Fractions and percentages. All right. Patatas fritas. Oh, Dios mío. Patatas fritas. This is a complicated word between British English and American English. Woof. I don't have time today to finish this. I'll come back tomorrow and talk about French fries, chips, and potato crisps. Take care and see you tomorrow.